frustrating was that game, especially as it went on, and how do you kind of move past that going on to Rutgers tomorrow?
Yeah, it was definitely a tough game. A lot of us got into foul trouble early on, which kind of messed up the rhythm and the flow that we're usually in. But, they're a good team. The game was on the road. It was a tough environment, and, there was a lot of things that didn't go our way. And, they played a great game, and I feel like we just need to keep our heads up, don't go too high, not let us get too low, and just keep playing.
John made it sound like yesterday's practice was a little different. You pointed out the 38 points that you guys could have changed and focused a lot on you guys versus the next opponent. What was that like for you?
Yeah, it was cool. We usually, after a 2-day prep, we really focus on the other team and see what we can improve on. Get an extra scout on them, but this time we were just working on us and seeing the things that we could improve on and the mistakes that we made that game, and we really just focused on us.
Did anything stand out, or did you learn anything that maybe you weren't expecting to?
Yeah, we definitely, the practice intensity level was ramped up for sure, and we did a lot of transition drills and a lot of different drills like that. So it really changed up the flow of practice a little bit, and it was kind of fun for all of us.
Iggy, for you personally, you're top scorer, especially in the first half on Friday. There's been a lot made about the difference when you hit your first three versus when you miss it. What does it do for you offensively when you're hitting your threes? What does it open up just in terms of your offensive game?
Hitting threes for me is big. It opens up driving lanes because I love to slash to the rim, make plays, get fouled, and that's a big part of my game. And when I am able to hit threes, it opens everything up for me. It keeps the defense honest, and it makes it easier for me to penetrate.
Is that something new for you? Because in high school, I assume even when you were making your threes, you could drive past guys kind of whenever you want.
Yeah. It's definitely a different level, the college basketball level, especially the Big Ten, compared to high school. And I feel like when I hit threes, everything's easier, and I'm going to continue to work on that and make sure it's consistent.
Did you get a chance to talk to Nick since he got traded?
No, I didn't. I'm probably going to hit him up soon and see how he's doing.
And as you guys look at Rutgers, they're a very defensive-heavy team. That's what they pride themselves on, but as do you guys. So do you think that tomorrow might be kind of a struggle for both offenses, or what are you trying to do mindset-wise when you set the tone to open the game?
I feel like we should just be, aggressive, ready to play the game that we always play and have confidence in ourselves. And I feel like as long as we do that and we focus in defensively, we don't really have to worry about, the outcome. It's just about the process of the game.
As you go through this Big Ten grind for the first time, where's your energy level at as you kind of enter the stretch run here?
Yeah, it's definitely intense. It's a lot on the body. I'm definitely not used to this kind of intensity, and we practice almost every single day. There's games every other day, so it's a lot for me. I'm definitely adjusting to it, and I feel like I'm definitely going to get better as the season goes on.
Has it been harder than expected, about what you thought it would be? Where does it rank up in your
Yeah, and I didn't even really think about how hard it would be for me, but now that I'm in it, it's definitely hard on the body for sure, as well as the mind, because it's just constant. And there's no really time off, but I really enjoy it. I love that kind of intensity, that pressure, and I thrive in it.
What do you make of the team's maybe struggles in the right word, but the offense isn't quite what it was maybe in December? What do you make of that versus shots just not going in, shot selection, things moving, passing when you could shoot, things like that?
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be ups and downs in every team season, and we definitely aren't hitting as much shots as we usually would, I feel like, and I think that just focusing on being aggressive and making the right plays, that's the most important thing for us, because as long as we're taking the right shots and we're doing the right things, then it doesn't, the outcome is what it's going to be, and we should just control what we can, and that's all that matters.
You talked about the challenge of the kind of grind of college play. Do you think that you're starting to get used to that, starting to adapt to that?
Yeah, I'm definitely adapting to it for sure. This is definitely getting into the tougher part of the season, I feel like. Early on there would be kind of big breaks in between games, and now that Big Ten play starts, it's more grueling. It's, every 3 days is like a game almost, and it's definitely more intense, but I feel like my body's starting to adapt to it for sure.
What's the most games you played in season before this year? Do you know?
I don't know. Probably around the same. Probably around the same in high school because I went to prep school, but it's definitely not the same like kind of environment. You know, it's high school basketball. It's way easier, and most of the games are at home, and the competition's easy. And you know, at the college level, every possession matters, so you're in it the whole time.
Kind of following up on that, what has been the biggest adjustment for you? Just, you know, you hear that thing, anybody can beat anybody on any given night.
Mm-hmm.
Every Big Ten game is a battle, isn't it?
It definitely is, and you know, I feel like just making sure you take care of the little things, even off the court on rest days and days you could take off, is really important to, you know, make sure you get your mind right, your body right, because, you know, if you're not coming in 100% in each and every single game, it's definitely going to be a tough one, and I've definitely experienced a few of those games, and, as well as the team, and it's a lot of fun though. I love playing in the Big Ten.
The stats show there's been a little dip offensively as a team recently. Is this team in a slump, and how do you get out of that as a team?
Yeah, I feel like we don't really look at it as a slump. You know, I feel like, you know, we've lost 2 games now, but our record shows that we're still 20-2, which is great. And I feel like we're just going to improve every single day, and we're not focusing on you know, what's down and what we're not doing well. I feel like as long as we focus on how to improve and how good we can be, that's what's going to get us to the top.
What have teams done